What's up? It's your favorite attorney, Attorney Allie Booker. You already know what time it is. It's time for class and it's time for court. We do order in the court a little differently. So without further ado, court is now in session and class is now in session. I've got to teach you how to move whenever you don't have your attorney right by your side. You can't get your attorney at 10 o'clock at night sometimes, 3 o'clock in the morning. So it's better that I teach you how to move so that when you get your attorney and you're able to get them up to speed, they can fight and win for you. Without further ado, they wrote me and they said, I received an enforcement letter. What do I do? You do whatever the hell the enforcement letter says because they about to file a lawsuit against your ass. Anyway, I'm going through a divorce and my soon-to-be ex-wife is doing everything possible to deplete me financially. I'm now underwater with the attorney fees and I'm pulling money from my retirement. Now I have this enforcement to deal with. What do I do? Sir, we have a term in Texas. That term is called paga. Paga la renta. Paga la renta. You better pay who you owe. Because that enforcement letter is one of the last notices you're going to get before you get a lawsuit in your hands, and you may very well be staring down the barrel of a contempt action that asks you to be jailed. They will ask that the judge throw you in jail. There are two things that the judge can throw you in jail for. Really, a judge can throw you in jail for contempt of any court order that they deem is fit and necessary that warrants jail time. So if a judge tells you to be on time and you're late, they can throw you in jail for that. If a judge tells you to be quiet and you don't, they can throw you in jail for that. If a judge tells you stop coming to my court with the coochie cutter shorts on, you come back with the coochie cutters, they can throw you in jail. But an individual can only ask a judge to throw you in jail for two reasons. One, child support. Two, visitation violation. If you are not paying your child support on time or in full, which that's what it sounds like it is, they can ask that you be thrown in the clinker. If you are bringing the child late and you are not dropping off the child at the right time, you're picking the child up from school at times you're not supposed to be picking that child up, and you are violating that court order with visitation for a child, they can ask that you be thrown in jail. Anytime it's a child involved, the other side can ask for you to go to jail. The judge doesn't have to determine it. They can ask it. Sir, you better paga, because if you don't, and that woman files that enforcement, and they find that you did not pay your child support on the days you were supposed to pay it in full, in the total amount, or your medical support on the days you were supposed to pay it in full and the proper amount, or that you did not return the child at the right time, or that you picked the child up on the wrong days, they can throw you in jail. They don't care whether or not you are pulling from your retirement. They don't care about any of that. If you violate a court order, your ex-wife can ask the court to throw you in jail. That's it. So you have to be careful, sir, when it's a family case and it's dealing with child support or visitation. Those are two times, and some of the only two times, really the only two times, that another individual or party can request that you be jailed. Again, a judge has all reign and power, and they can lock you up anytime you break their rules. But another person can ask a judge to lock you up for child support or visitation. And the fact that you're being drained financially is not going to suffice, because the court has already determined that you have the money to pay that child support. So you got to pay it. The court has already determined that you have the ability to get that child back on time and to get that child on those certain days. So you have to follow that, or you could possibly go to jail. I'm not threatening you. I'm not trying to scare you. But you're asking me a question, and I'm telling you, don't ever, guys, look at an enforcement in family court and laugh at it. That is the only time when you're dealing with a child that these people can actually request in the state of Texas that you be jailed. And if you don't show up to court, they can also ask, because you can be jailed, they can ask for a warrant to be issued against you and for you to be arrested and brought into court. So that is a very serious case. He's telling me this is a divorce case. He's telling me that she wants to file an enforcement for children. So anytime children are involved, those two, it's serious. Be careful. Make your payments. And if you cannot make your payments, then you need to file a request, sir, because it looks like your court order is not finished. You are not at the end of your case. You're running on temporary orders. So this is a temporary child support order, a temporary visitation order. You're going to need to file a motion to modify temporary orders. If you guys have a final case, you can't afford to pay the child support, or the visitation times are not good for you, then you're going to need to file a motion to modify the final order. Next case.
Biggest time I made that call. I'm locked up and facing charges. Who gon' fight these cases for me? I called Booker Law Firm. They got the job done. They were right there for me.
For more information, contact the Booker Law Firm at 713-292-2225.